Our manager, Paul Ortiz, and I always make jokes about the company that we used to work for, or the division of that company. Communication was our middle name. And literally, we used to joke and say, hey, communication is our middle name. Well, for a lot of us, communication is very important, whether it's through a medium like this, whether it's sending a letter, or whether it's, more importantly and more personally, talking to somebody on the telephone. Well, our next guest has some information for us that I think you'll find of interest about a way to communicate on the telephone that's way more effective than the traditional system. And we're not talking about so much a new technology of the phone, but a way the phone can be used in your home. Alle Rhames is back with us from CapTel. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Good to have you on the show. So, minus this screen, this looks just like a regular telephone with just a little bit larger buttons on it. But what makes it unique is this screen right here.
Exactly, and it's funny that you mentioned that it looks like a regular phone because that's exactly what it's supposed to be like. It's a user-friendly regular telephone, so it's a regular landline phone meant to be extremely easy for anybody to use, much like any other phone that they've used before. So it's amplified and it has the screen on it that will actually caption out everything that's being said to the person so that they can read along with the conversation right here on the screen of the phone.
And I think that's what makes it unique, and I know for folks that are watching this program and for a lot of us as we move past 55, we find that we want to be sure we know how to turn the closed captioning on our television set, and we know we've been captioning this show for a couple of years now along with the board meetings here in the community. So this is a similar type of a feature. I think the technology you use may be a little bit different, but basically for the user it's seamless. It really
Literally seamless.
There's not a lot to do, or
no, there's nothing for them to have to do except to pick up the phone, use it like a regular phone when it dials, when they want to dial. When it rings, they simply pick up and they say hello, just like a regular phone call.
Right.
It's extremely important to notice too that the volume, which is up to 40 decibels, is actually here on the base of the phone as well. You simply push the arrows up or down, which is indicated by lights, in order to know how high it's going. Very simple to use. There's also a tone button, which you can hear. Some people hear higher frequency, some people hear lower frequency better. You can actually adjust it during the phone call, which is huge because if you pick up and it's a child's voice and it's a very soft, high voice, you need to be able to adjust that according to how your personal hearing loss is.
Right. That's very important indeed, and it's certainly a unique feature on this phone. So I know that, for example, when the City Council has their meetings captioned, or we have our board meetings or this program captioned, there's a service and there's a fee paid. Is there a monthly charge for the captioning?
Question. There is absolutely no monthly charge, which is what makes this telephone the best product out there for anybody with hearing loss. There's no monthly additions on your phone bill. You simply can purchase the phone itself, which is the internet-based model, for a special reduced price for Laguna Woods residents of just $40. That's one time, nothing after that. Free installation, we come in and we set up the phone. You might even see me coming in there and set up the phone for you. And that way you don't have to worry about any sort of putting in cords or trying to figure it out. We come in and we do everything for you and give you a free tutorial of how to actually use the phone.
You know, I think that's important as well. I used to have a coworker, and when we would get a new piece of equipment, he would always say, where's the book of words? And I need to know how to work this camera or this tape recorder, whatever it might be. Some of us learn by reading the owner's manual. Some of us learn by having somebody show us. Some of us learn by just doing it and making mistakes and learning from our mistakes. So whatever way you learn is going to be available to you to help you to learn to use this. And it sounds to me like it isn't all that complex.
It's not. In fact, we like to refer to it as the easiest phone to use. It's user-friendly. Mainly seniors are the ones who use it, so it's based with the bigger numbers, which is much easier to dial out from. The simple volume, which is here on the base of the phone, and the captions, which are automatic without having to do anything extra.
Right.
And just to also let you know that there's the ability to save up to 500 lines of your captions. So after the conversation's over, you can actually go back and review the conversation up to 500 lines.
You know, that's especially important if, for example, during the conversation, say you're dealing with a business person and either giving you a price or an estimate or a phone number, and I can never find a pencil or a piece of paper when I need to take that information down. You don't have to. It's going to be right there on the screen. You can finish the call, say thank you very much, and then you can go back and review that message up to 500 lines.
Up to 500 lines.
And see, oh, it was $13.99, not 1939, you know, I mean,
Exactly.
that kind of thing.
And a lot of people with hearing loss are often hesitant to say what, or they'll say what, but when someone from a business aspect is calling in, they're hesitant to say, what did you say, or can you repeat that, because they don't want to be annoying.
Right.
So to be able to have that and not worry about having to repeat the question or repeat the price is a really huge benefit.
Right. So you mentioned that this works like a regular phone, so there's no special signet ring you need, or tone or code or whatever. Like, it's not like logging onto our computer. This is working all the time, and it's a regular phone. So if somebody is visiting you and they want to make a phone call, they can use this as well.
They can definitely use the phone, and if someone who does not have hearing loss, you can actually turn the captions on and off simply with the push of a button. And in order to actually have this phone work, which is the internet-based model, they just need a regular landline telephone line and a high-speed internet connection, and also power, regular power. That's it. And it will work exactly like a regular telephone.
And as you folks know, we've been offering internet access in this community for a number of years now through West Coast Internet. So you will need to have that service along with, of course, your regular traditional phone service. And basically, this just replaces one of your telephones.
Exactly. It will work along in conjunction with the rest of your phones that you have in the house.
That's great.
So it won't mess up any of that.
That's great.
And you can use it in conjunction with a lot of people have cordless phones. You can use it in conjunction with those as well.
Good.
And if they don't have internet, we actually have another model that's available for them as well.
All right. So if you have questions, obviously you'll want to give them a call, and that's CapTel, number there on your screen, 310-260-9366 or 1-800-233-9130. And you'll be talking to Allie or one of her coworkers, and they will give you more information, make an appointment to come out, and about what's the setup time and the tutorial time, about how long does that take?
Gosh, it takes no longer than 30 minutes, but we'd like to offer as much time as they need in order to accept any tutorial. Whatever they need, we're there for them.
Great. And of course, you'll be there and watch them make that first phone call, make sure they're understanding how it works.
Yep.
Very, very super deal indeed. And hey, you know what? You're going to be visiting people over the holiday season. Maybe you're going to meet somebody, one of your family members or friends, and you're noticing that their hearing maybe isn't what it used to be. This might be something to maybe tell them about, or maybe if you're in a real generous mood, maybe even want to give one as a holiday gift as well. So a great product there, CapTel. Allie, good holiday season to you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. You too.
We're going to get you back in a few weeks with more, I think, as well on the program. Thanks for joining us today.
Much.
We'll be coming right back with more things to share with you as our program continues for today, right here on Channel 6 TV.